Holla, it's Tanya D here, and I'm so elated, beyond excited to announce that for the very first time, I'm offering my energy healing courses, which you can download from an app right to your phone, which is in itself amazing. Have me right on your phone from an app? Hello? 50% off of my courses: meditations, energy medicine, voices of the other world, uncover secrets of the other world, the energy body demystified, and so much more. Check out the venue because you have so many options, and you know I'm all about options. During my 22 days of gratitude offerings, so from the beginning of the season of Sagittarius, which starts on the 22nd of November until the 13th of December, you will see different opportunities on sale as a thank you for being part of this otherworldly amazing village. Subscribe so you can get announcements in your inbox of the gratitude offering for that day in the venue, and be sure to check back each day as these opportunities that are on sale are going to be changing each day. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Ashe and inshallah, blessings to you. It is a Freaky Friday and it's 10:11. I always try to be here on the 11th minute or second. But again, it's a Freaky Friday and 22 days of gratitude counting down. My cute little boyfriend here, he probably wants a new wardrobe himself. I won't be here to enliven you for the weekend. So if you haven't joined 22 Days of Gratitude, the countdown, it does end on midnight of December 13th. So while we're waiting for people to hop on to the show, joining us live or tuning into the replay, are you still feeling the threads of the full moon? Are you ready to roll the dice? Maybe opening the door to a new way of believing, one that's so different than ever before, changing the structure of your story that you've been living in. I'm telling you, my dreams have been so otherworldly. It's kind of like this paradoxal belief shift, like an enigma, one that we make. It's reflecting directly the new system of beliefs that we've been kind of manifesting for ourselves, or at least in the ethers within our day-to-day world, maybe our environment. Maybe we're going to get an upgrade, one that's more beneficial to our energy system. So it's like the core processor, our heart, is signing off with our intuition, our spiritual connection. It's kind of like on behalf of a belief that we're heartfelt going to commit to, maybe an actual different pathway or door opening. Maybe you're feeling like this overly triumphant win. So this is a soul journeying that we've already committed to. That's why our intuition is literally so important. So do you believe moving across the country is going to be a benefit for you? Do you believe selling the farm and getting a fan to live in, a van to live in, going off grid is a benefit? That's what my visions are. It's crazy, but I kind of like it. So these are those things that are very paradoxical, the world that we live in. We're done being conditioned with what a great life looks like according to the who's and the who's and the what's and the what's. So we won't be wasting a paradigm committing to these changes, because these doors that are opening up over the last few days, we're kind of staying connected to the zone of neutrality. Look at Diddy. He's like hanging off. Do you want down, dude? But our intuition is flowing. So if you do need some insurance or any insurance to really realign with your sight, your spidey senses on what you believe, that's what's happening. But welcome to today's Daily Snippet. I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, kind of seeing in the thread lines. But I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is a combination of it all. And my intention is to utilize these indigenous technologies, the ways, along with the elemental realms, our rising of the origin, our original divine blueprint, to navigate our soul's harmonic through these realms that are elemental, imaginal, into and through, not just the shaman's portal, but also our soul's harmonic, kind of all the places in the nooks and crannies within the subtle realms, and really so much more. With offerings, prescriptions, and rituals. Rituals are food for the soul, the otherworldly kind, or actually the origins kind, I should say. really adding to the ingredients, our sauce of who we are. And the plot is thickening within our personal container, within those ingredients. But whatever your personal medicine is, your prime directive, I am just assisting you possibly in navigating or discovering what that even is for you. The star that I believe we magically all are. Maybe reintroducing you to yourself, the magical being that's always been inside of you. There's an idea. So that your light shines even brighter. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And again, if you have yet to subscribe or you're new to my channel, please do. Shout out to Juliana, see you. YouTube or otherwise, Tanya D on YouTube and Musing with Tanya D, my podcast. Otherworldly Insights still haven't coined a name for 2023, but we do have Jupiter out for your musing pleasure. I'm calling him the Exceller, and Soul's Harmonic online, our heart center, our crown center, along with our command centers online today. So we've got some prophetic insights and divine design, like initiating power, the season of belief. So with that, let's give a shout out to the community, the village, new subscribers and all. And also those of you that have been a part of my journey, my show since the beginning, a big shout out to you and blessings as always. Grateful for that. I hear you. I see you. And also those of you that do tune into the replay, awesome. And if you don't mind hitting the bell along with the white button so you are notified. Stuff happening here. And remember, a comment or a share does get you a message for your day. I'm going to clean my desk myself, the mind. You can also find me on other social channels, TikTok, Facebook, and of course I'm in Instagel once again. Not sure how that happened. Gratitude hiccups, I guess. And again, we are at day 4 of the gratitude. So sign up and get the code, the gift code, and be sure to check your inbox. Diddy's getting all comfy on my lap, by the way. Just remember, a new offer opens up at midnight. And remember also that I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we do need an otherworldly perspective to really get us out of our own magical way. And the daily snippet, it's the cosmic energy insights, the elementals, along with a message for our day, and the subtle energy centers, the seasons, etc. But the moon, the goddess of the night, is in her home, filling the fields of resources, otherworldly resources, death, rebirth, along with our ability to believe in our skills, our own ability to lead our own heartfelt self. So kind of like making those life decisions for ourselves. It's an energy of being responsible for self, maybe self-realizations. It's as if life maybe felt a little whimsical or tyrannical the last few days, the cusp of the full moon. That's where the plot is thickening. So you may have stronger skills to focus in and learn and understand and excelling yourself, excelling into different beliefs about life and your story. But today is that day to make that incision. It might even be karmic. I know my dreams have been really... I had a friend cross the Rainbow Bridge and he keeps coming into my field and I'm like, dude, you're not here anymore. Get out of my space. Just not honoring the wishes of your ancestors. They kind of come back and haunt others of us. Just saying, it's a thing. But yeah, karmic even. Maybe a decision, actions, steps to take on a path forward. So this is really where the plot is thickening. It's kind of like adding flour or cornstarch, I guess, to your soup, your cosmic soup. So things are going to be coming into consideration, coming in through different doorways of what's going to happen based on the new decision, new belief you might have. It's like this fresh, crisp insight. The path comes from this self-realization within our heart, the core star that we are, along with having this spiritual connection. It's like a divine operator, a prophetic message, prophetic, streaming in. So words really have power, especially if you write them down, say them out loud, invoke them. We're kind of adding to the gift, the treasure, and the power. So there will be a few doorways, pathways that are opening, opportunities knocking at the door, somebody ringing the bell maybe. Just take your time in closing different doors, and especially the ones that aren't resonating with your soul authenticity first. You know, how does one do this even? It's the base note of our feelings, the trinity of the ghost in the darkness is what I call it. So if you feel less than in things, or maybe they feel sticky, maybe they feel dark, maybe they're feeling negative, just bubbling up, that's a great barometer, and that's the path that has a glitch. It's like the matrix. So after you feel into the doorway, the pathway to take, the opportunity kind of presents itself literally like a gift, a present. So choose the gift, the pathway, even a drawbridge that your heart is the most attracted to, and it feels this instant attraction. And your spiritual connection is flowing with not alert signals, no omens, portents, stuff like that. And eliminate those ingredients that are thickening the pot, the ones that don't feel right. So it takes you not in your flow. So use your heart, your spiritual connector, for the opportunity to take the one that your heart believes and source the code. And with that, just a few announcements on a Freaky Friday. And of course, your options. I threw in a snowball, fish out of water, because you might feel like one. And of course, let the divine write that chapter. What would the story spirit would write for you? Now, there's a thought. I'm going with that. But yeah, a few announcements. I still have the Musing Moon meditation on the highway. If you haven't tuned in, super exciting. You can still tune in on YouTube. Actually, they're always all there, even if you wanted to look at a past one. And the podcast is all about Jupiter excelling things in our life, especially our spiritual acumen right now. And the Sacred Spirit Circle, that's still out there on YouTube as well. And we are counting down for the 22 days of gratitude with an energetic hiccup and all. But your options, again, the spirit writing the chapter of your novel. It's like the book of life, actually. A fish out of water and a snowball. Those are your options for your messages. However, on the elemental highway, we've got a young fire monkey of a day. So what does this do? This gives you insight into your elemental structure. I coined an offer called An Evening of Elemental Energy. You do have a handout, an elemental handout, but if you're an energy medicine practitioner wanting to add energy healing to your practice through the realm of the elementals, that's what I do with light, sound, and fluid stimulation. Again, the body, it never lies. It speaks its own language. And once you start understanding that language, and the skin is the largest organ. We have an etheric skin, just like we have physical skin, auric fields, right? But it's just reflecting what's going on inside. We kind of have a shield around us, just reading the language of the body through the elementals. It really is like feng shui for the body. And then you can go into the home. I actually did that for one of my clients because the body it was doing its thing, but there was something more. Along with the pathways, the meridians, and the chakras. So it's a total energetic healing session. And the nature, we're kind of all designed in this grand design. But on the elemental highway here, the yang fire monkey of a day. So fire is released in the tiger because the monkey and the tiger actually clash. Monkeys are fidgety energy. They can't stand still. They do need fire to reshape them, right? Because they're yang metal. Our day, the yang fire, that is a big, bountiful sun, and it's the personality of our day. So our day is lively, it's excitable, it's quick to respond. Maybe it's charismatic. Maybe you got some passion about something. But the monkey has hidden performance, the earth. That's what fire creates, is earth, right? From ash. And power, the power in the monkey is scratchy. And the wealth is kind of random hiccups. It's like the bounty one day and you're broke the next, something like that. Both unrefined, even more so for our day. And big water is also trying to put out our fire. So that's exciting. There's a clash, lots of clashes, except the rat and the young fire are actually getting along. And water, that's because water's in season right now. So it's got the strength to put out the fire. But the rat, that's a gift. It's a reflective gift. Water reflecting on the sun. It's giving our day the skills necessary to be a leader that's in the flow, kind of like water flowing, like a river. The other waters really want to take our innate gift, our purpose away. It's like getting flooded. And the tiger can't get to our fire because it's too wet. but the monkey has some coals hidden like a volcano erupting. And metal is the birth of water. The rat is the direction. And at the hour of the dragon, we're going to have a complete water frame, which makes water even stronger. So our day is kind of a topsy-turvette. It does need nature, vitality, authenticity to transform the water, heat up the water, maybe steam it out. I don't know. Could be fear. Usually it is fear. Feeling restricted. Maybe you feel dammed up. Could be dirty water in a way. Mineral water. I don't know. Nature and fire, though. Water is overwhelming. It may be just sitting there, no hidden undercurrents except the rat. And we do have some light there, however. But nature and fire, it's the liver, the gallbladder, the solar plexus, energy circulation, life force, vitality, chi, prana. And the fires are heart, our pericardium, triple warmer, small intestine, red blood circulation, the heart center, the divine dive in heart. So there's options there, but our day is very weak. So it's heart healthy foods, bitter, sour. Your heart might even feel squishy, like it's compressed. Oh boy, we got to beacon out the love further. Spiritual love, right? Can't make that up. Okay, so to the messages. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, it's like our library in the sky is getting a new chapter, maybe a new novel. Feel like a fish out of water, maybe, or a snowball. Maybe you feel like a snowball, a different form of water in the snowball. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're going with. I'm on one today. Okay, so your first option, I'm going to say if you chose the snowball, you get the Ruler of Wands, which is a great card. It's fire. So we got some fire, creativity, energy. It's that raw, wild, exciting passion. But this one's control, action, and passion, and it's dimmed. It's otherworldly. So the Sovereign, or the Ruler of Wands, I should say, is bringing creativity. It's that's not what I meant. The Sovereign brings the creativity, but the Ruler brings the pure vision. Got them backwards. Sorry about that. But you can see what you want to build. You know what steps need to be taken. So rather than putting it all on your own shoulders like the God Atlas, I know the feeling, you outsource for support in building this. Normally, this is an incredibly encouraging message, and it is, but it's just suggesting that the big dreams that we're carrying with us, those big dreams, they're ready to be made physical, to come into reality. So it's our job to literally remain plugged in to the grand picture, the biggest of the bigs. And our ideas aren't simple. They just can't be done alone by ourselves. So it's about choosing people wisely, the best ones that literally believe in your vision, which is a whole nother thing. Some people just want a job, right? They just want the paycheck. They don't believe in the vision. You want people that dedicate themselves to those projects, whatever that is. And it takes full heartfelt commitment from everybody, not a half-assed job. So this is inspiring positive action in your dream team, your cosmic roundtable, not demanding it, but being otherworldly. It's out of sorts. It's out of balance. Maybe you're getting in your own way. Maybe you have the biggest dream, but you're not able to do what's needed to actually reach the dream. Maybe you're micromanaging, maybe you're overly aggressive, or maybe you are just lacking communication with your team. So to be the Ruler of Wands, healthy leadership is a must. It's a priority. Getting organized. So you're not going to reach your potential. The change within the environment changes, right? That's kind of what has to happen is the foundation has to change, whether it's mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. One thing changes, it changes another. So that's kind of the message there. Great cards, though. They're fun to stare at. I'm just saying that. They're kind of hard to see. Okay, so following the Ruler of Wands, if you chose the fish out of water, going with the fish out of water, you get the Seeker of Swords, which is great. I tried to find a sword, but it's kind of the energy of the day. We do have the sun. We've got the wands, the Ruler of Wands, the swords. That's our fidgety monkey. But swords, they're air, intelligence, power, ambition, communication, storytelling, bravery. Did I already say power? Yeah, it's power. Intellect, curiosity. That's what's in the house with the Seeker of Swords. This is like stay curious, question everything. But this too brings a lot of energy. It's curious, curiosity. It's excited. It's quick-witted. exceptionally intelligent and often having the insight before your years. It's like your future things, and you see things before they become land in the physical. So the Seeker of Swords knows how smart they are. They're quick to share their thoughts with anybody and anybody around them. But there's a lot of disruptor energy there within these great ideas. And more importantly, they have the boldness to challenge the status quo. So this is really encouraging us to go forward, opening new doors, really making things happen. So it's the beginning filled with that raw energy passion that really provides the momentum. Things have to get into the momentum. But again, it's otherworldly. So this is about listening to our intuition so we don't fall in the trap of deceit. So maybe you have a lot of arrogance with zero action to back yourself up, which happens. It would be helpful if you allowed the action to do the talking. Sometimes that works better. So it's a signal, it's a quick intellect. Don't use it for negativity. Don't be manipulative. There's kind of an ego energy in here. And when we openly disconnect from how we're hurting others and just focus on our wins and being triumphant and the victories, it's about bringing balance back to yourself and realizing that your worlds and your actions can really cause harm to your village. So kind of tamper your mental acuity, the mind and the mental mind, have some passion and also some understanding within those. The mind is a tool. It is our attitude too, right? Ideas, attitude, stuff like that. And Mars, whoo, forgot about that till just now, but we're doing great. Okay, if you chose the book, oh, there we go, the book. The Six of Coins. At first I thought it was the cups, but fire, metal, and earth today. Metal loses steam in the water winter season. Nature from the outside is dormant. So this is the physical. It's the earth, career, could be money, our ego, foundations, structure, business, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn kind of frequencies. But this one's about generosity. It's the give and it's the take. It's the six. It's opening to receiving, but also receiving and accepting. So it's balancing of the scales. And this card is actually incredibly layered. There's a lot of little fine nuances in it. On one hand, it does indicate great fortune, abundance, a burst of abundance just coming through the thread lines, the seams. But diving in deeper, it kind of is asking us to examine our relationship with money or wealth by seeing what aspect you see in this card. Which one do you identify with the most? Are you in a place of financial security? Is your income and your expenses balanced? Or are you in a place where you're able to give? You're the giver. Or on the other side, are you the taker? So it's kind of a message that doesn't really contain any judgment whatsoever. So wherever you currently find yourself, whatever's beaconing out at you, it's perfectly okay. We're doing great. It's important, though, to be able to view our patterns from an unbiased place, seeing through the eye of God. Sometimes we find ourselves in relationships, situations where there is a give and take dynamic, and this dynamic is typically from our family of origin, the conditioning there, whether we are aware of it or not, whether we're the giver or the taker. It's where we feel the most comfortable. And sometimes it's about getting uncomfortable. That's when it becomes something different woven into our identity, our destiny as being different. And as the giver, you may love those good feelings that come. Is it making a difference? But as a taker, you might fear the instability and not trust yourself fully. So it's kind of these two different aspects of the message. So it's like in the long-term plan, if you are giving what you are giving to those around you, that really helps them learn. Is it helping them learn to take care of themselves? Probably not so much. And if you're taking, what's your long-term plan? So if that helper dries up, how are you going to survive? So this could kind of confront some core wounds of ours, this timeline or another. But being self-sufficient, that's vital to our long-term well-being. So if you're feeling the feeling like we're going to show up on the stage like never before, that's kind of what's happening. Just sensing the divine universal love like never before streaming in, loving ourselves differently, conditioning ourselves differently, go to the unconditional space. This happens when we shift or change our environment and just opening, eliminating, releasing those outdated, conditioned beliefs. It's time to take ourselves out on a date. I do it all the time. I love to go out by myself. Just saying, I love my solitude. Just being in the oneness, being in the flow with the streams of the divine. It's kind of like, I would call it nirvana, love streams. But the elements, fire and nature, and the messages, weighing the coins, be heart-centered, the zone of neutrality. It really is time to write the story of a lifetime, your own book of life. What most people would actually call a midlife crisis in a way, because we're going to be doing something that really goes against the family of origin. I literally have thought about selling my house and getting a van, doing it all different. I don't want to be a part of the condition anymore. And I actually did write a novel, no kidding, called Changing Faces a few years ago with a picket fence. That was never my idea of a dream life. So maybe you're ready to do something different and excel differently. I know I am. So I would affirming that I am writing the best novel of my lifetime, living out those soul-instigated freedoms and adventures. Don't just dream about them, make them real, live them out. So with all of that, thanks for tuning in. And remember, the 22 days of gratitude ends Tuesday at midnight. So make it a great weekend. And Ashe, I'll see you on the other side as always. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the gratitude. Ashe.
Thoughts, spirit, vitality, transformation, whether it's mental, emotional, spiritual, you name it. It's the spirit that resides within each element is also a part of our elemental structure or that foundation. But being that we have entered the season of Sagittarius and what our heart authentically believes, those heartfelt wishes. Today, I'm going to muse about the sign or the season of Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, the bountiful planet of Jupiter, and what Jupiter has to bring in for us. So Jupiter is actually known as the king of gods. He's the ruler of Sagittarius in astrology and the planet of plenty. Very tolerant, very expansive. It's the social planet. Jupiter seeks insight through knowledge. It's the 9th house, morality, gratitude, hope, honor, and the law of God, God's law. So it's the planet of